Oh. What's going on, everyone? I'm Vic.
I was wondering if you were going to start with that. I'm Nick.
I'm Alex.
I'm Pearl. And Gab.
All right.
What in the world?
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was something else.
I wanted it to go on longer.
That was like that.
I'm trying to beat. You guys know who Shane Top is from?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm trying to beat his loudest scream.
Oh, well, let's not.
We need to
test
get
it
a.
now.
Oh wait, I was gonna say we need to get a decibel counter, but
We
I have
one. Oh my god.
Yeah,
But
no.
it's maxed out, so
Well, what does it max out at?
I don't know what it's currently set to. Because it's based on whatever's on the interface. We have an Akai interface that all the mics are running to.
Okay.
So it's whatever that's set to, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, Shane Top, he peaked.
Oh my
Anyway,
god.
so we're currently up at Mountain Knot.
Yay.
I have played a lot of this game outside of recording sessions because I didn't know what I was doing, and now I have a pretty good idea about how to do things. And I built a lot of road
And look at
and
those
a lot of other
boots.
stuff. I got some spiky boots,
That are
which
gold.
are pretty nice.
Gold plated.
I got new legs.
I replaced them.
Every 3 to 6 months, I go and get a new
Every
pair of
36
legs.
months.
Damn,
So
I wish I
Alex
could do
told
that.
us that
Sometimes
she
I get
has
sexy legs.
a story.
Yes.
Oh wow, he slept for 30 minutes.
Oh.
Wow, he's really just been chilling.
Yeah, Alex said she had a story, so instead of progressing the plot, while she tells her story, I wanted to show you guys some emails that I've gotten recently.
Story time. Story time.
Just need to go back a little bit here.
Here's the mail. It never fails.
Okay, so you guys remember that cute little couple?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they got married!
So they got married, which is
nice.
wonderful.
Which officially proves that they were not father and daughter.
Yes. And then after that, I got this email.
Who gets married?
Well,
junk
to your
dealer,
point,
No!
Victor,
Wait,
the junk
what's
dealer said the marriage
happening?
sucks.
Yeah,
Oh,
there's
no.
that.
I'm thinking the same thing, bro.
And then up a little higher,
Oh no! Don't tell me they got
Oh,
divorced.
please, no. I
we
can't
got another pizza request.
take it. Oh, my God, of course we did.
Why?
Then
Where's
we
the
get that.
pizzeria?
Oh,
We got married life not what I
no.
expected, and she went back home and she walked by herself.
Wait, what?
So I figured while you were telling your story, instead of going to speak to Mama like I'm supposed to be, I'm gonna go check up on these two kids. So that's what we're about to do.
Oh no! So they're not divorced.
Well,
but,
she left.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she physically.
How long were they
left.
together?
Okay, this email
All
was
of
on the
2
29th,
minutes.
and the original email.
How did you find out that you had these emails?
I get emails all the time. I just ignore them on the
Yeah,
show. I
did you
read
s-
them when I'm playing.
Oh, okay.
This was on the 4th of whatever the
My
10th
lord,
is.
they were together for 2 weeks.
No, months.
Oh,
It was the
October?
10th to the 12th month.
Oh, so they were together for
October.
2 months. They
2
they
months.
stayed married for 2 months before they were.
But
like,
that's also in real life time, not game time. So Lord knows how long that is. Regardless, Alex has a
Oh.
story, and we're gonna
Oh.
figure out what's up with them, and then maybe, depending on how the episode goes, I'll progress the plot a little bit.
Cool beans.
Oh my God! Yeah. So
Story time.
I was I went camping this past week.
Camping or glamping?
No, I went camping.
Okay.
I went camping in Florida.
What?
Yeah, heck of a
tent
spot to go camping.
On the
Which-
beach? Did you have a tent on the beach?
Yes. Yeah.
How
I went
was the
camping on
temperature
beach.
like?
What?
What was the temperature?
It was like
Warmer than here.
50s.
Nice.
That's like good camping
No,
weather.
it was perfect. Like
Beautiful.
the actual weather while we were there was perfect because you could like wear a hoodie in the morning and then switch to a t-shirt and shorts in the afternoon and then switch back to a hoodie around the campfire.
Sounds
it was
like a
great.
lot of work.
Yeah. What?
What?
So it sounds like a lot of work
No, it's fine
to
because
change that many times.
It's
But that's over the
Just
start of a
decreasing
couple
layers
of
and
like
adding
of
layers. That's all.
Yeah,
12
yeah.
hours.
Because you
I
can
guess
take off
so.
the hoodie and then tie it around your waist.
yeah, it was not,
that's not
and
gonna
we
work.
spent most of our time just like either walking to the beach, and well, we'll get there. But point is,
Who'd you go with?
I went with my roommates.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we drove all the way there in my
Okay.
car.
Yeah, we need context.
This is very important. All right, yeah. So this is what
Details.
happens. We live in Ohio.
Freaking
We
noob.
drove all the way to Florida to go camping at the beach
Mhm.
with me and my roommates.
Hey
How
guys,
many
I hate
days?
to interrupt, but my
Was it
suit
just a
turned white.
weekend?
Whoa.
What the heck?
I'm in the snow, so my suit turned
That's
white.
amazing.
Camouflage.
No, this is for a week.
You're a goddamn chameleon.
I
This
am.
is from Sunday to I got home last night,
Okay.
which is Sunday. So yeah, so that's
Yeah.
the context.
Okay.
This journey that me and my roommates took was wild. Some might even refer to it as Electric Boogaloo Takedown Part 7.
So you did.
Oh
blow.
yeah.
Hi. What?
Those are the names of my videos that I make. Squad takedown.
Yeah.
So you did blow. Coke. Sorry, Coke for the kids. Cocaine.
Yes.
Booger sugar.
I put Coke in my Coke, though.
Oh.
I like to take my Coke in drink
Classy
form.
lady.
Yeah, you know me. It's the classiest.
Going back.
Okay, starting off this journey, we're taking my car because we were like, it's gonna be cheaper than renting a car. Before we leave, I just got this car, and I'm talking to my dad ahead of time, and I'm like, Dad, what do you think? Like, you think my car could make it all the way to Florida? And he's like, yeah, but I'd like to replace the tires on it because the people who sold it to us gave us 4 different tires on this car. And
That's
I was like,
pretty
all right,
silly.
let's try to find 4 tires. He calls around some places, and it's like, I can't find anybody who sells these tires. So we're just going to have to risk it for the biscuit, and we'll see what happens. But you should be fine. Just, be careful. And I was like, sweet, yeah, that's fine. So that's just keep that foreshadowing in your memory banks,
Okay.
please.
Yeah.
Me and my roommates pack up our car, leave Sunday morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. We're already pumped. I'm ready to drive through the night. It's going to be a great time. The first thing that happens to us as we pull out of the alley behind our house is we see a car stopped in the middle of the road. And we're like, that's weird. And we drive up beside it, and there's just a dude slumped over his steering wheel. And we're like, oh.
Oh, he's doing meth.
We're like, is he dead?
No, he's doing meth.
We're like, okay, so we're just sitting there like, we don't know what to do. He could be dead. He could be sleeping. He could be scrolling on his phone. He could be high. We don't know what it is.
He had his hands up and was waiting.
Yeah, it's like, no, we definitely were like, he might be on drugs.
Okay.
So I'm like, listen, we saw him breathe, and we're like, all right, he's alive.
All right, let's leave him.
So, yeah, no, I was like,
Yes, that's what happened.
immediately I was like, all right, we're leaving.
He's alive.
He's alive.
That's good.
That's all I care about. So we start driving, and my roommate's like, I'm going to call the non-emergency line to make sure, but yeah. Oh, God, what's happening?
Oh, there's a bunch of BTs
Is
over
this
here.
a thunderstorm in the snow?
Yeah, instead of raining up here, it snows.
Wow, that's incredible.
But I've walked this path plenty of times.
That's so
Plath?
cool.
Yeah, I can't speak
Plath.
anymore.
Sylvia
Anyway.
Plath. Okay, so so that's the first thing
So
that
you left a
happens.
man
Breathing.
potentially dead on drugs.
Yes.
Who could be
No,
going
he was
into some.
breathing.
Maybe he went into
Yeah.
cardiac arrest. And
Could have been
you can breathe
overdosing.
while cardiac arrest.
I don't know.
Well, if that were the case,
I've
you
seen
would have
plenty
liked
of
to
people
listen to his
breathe while they're
heartbeat.
on cardiac arrest.
So basically, yeah, so we call the non-emergency line, and we're like, hey, there's a car. This is what it looks like. Here's where it is. Will you check on this dude? And we leave. So we're immediately all like, aye, this is the beginning of the journey, and this is the note we're starting on.
Bad omens.
Yeah,
here.
we're like, sick. Sounds good. So we start driving. It's great. We drive through the night. The night is great. We're like high on life because that's how I get when I don't sleep.
Yeah,
Having a good time.
of course.
Nothing really happens until we get to Alabama. And
Oh,
my roommate
Bama.
is like, I gotta pee. And we get to
Everybody?
that- just one. One roommate really had
It's always that one girl that's just like, I gotta pee!
Well, like other people, I was like, I'm gonna pee while we're here, so it's not a big deal.
Yeah,
And I
you're
really-
one of them.
Well, Alex doesn't.
I
pee.
don't pee, so if I pee, that is a big deal.
You are a
She does
champion.
not pee.
I don't
Never.
ever.
She has a
Ever.
really never.
I poop a lot, but I do not pee. Anyways, so
She has a hydration problem.
I-
That's another
That's
story.
that's a different story.
Okay, so
my
you get to this
favorite-
place, you pee.
My favorite rest stop on the way to Alabama is the one with the rocket ship. So we go to that rest stop to pee.
Pizza Planet?
Yes.
Question mark? I didn't know there were pizza plants in Alabama.
Oh, yes, there is one. It's a big rocket ship. It's sweet. So we are all getting out of the car, and I'm not driving at this point. So
Yeah.
I see in the passenger seat my roommate. So there's 4 of us who are here.
She slumped over. No, I'm just kidding.
My roommate stands up, immediately turns around, and goes, "My phone's in the sewer." And we're like, "You're joking. There's no way." And she's like, I stood up, and I flung my phone into the sewer.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I need detail. Okay, so
She was going to the bathroom.
she was in the restroom when
No,
no.
she stood
No,
up
like
out of the car.
Oh,
Like,
out
she
of
just
Like,
opened the
as
door.
soon as she stood up
Oh,
from
and
the car.
And it went into like a manhole kind of deal?
Yeah. So we're all like,
Oh.
"You've got to be kidding me." And she's like, "Dude, my dad just bought me this phone, and if he knows that I lost it, he's going to kill me." And we're like, okay, maybe we can do something. Which one of my
Like a
roommates,
magnet. Oh my god.
one of my
where
roommates
this
is like, I gotta pee so bad, but she's trying to help him. We're like, go to the bathroom. So me and my other roommate are like, there's the manhole cover. Maybe we can lift it. I don't know if you've tried to lift one of those.
Yeah, they're heavy.
Heavy.
They're stupid heavy, but
Yeah.
somehow there
You
were
got it.
4 holes, and me and my roommate stuck our pointer fingers like in the holes and like managed to pick it up.
Nice.
I don't know how. And I look down and I can see her phone at the bottom, and I see these little rungs going down the side, and so I'm like, I think we can climb down there.
Oh god.
And so like, me and the roommate who picked up the cover are both like, I think we can do it. And so basically we're both like gearing to go, like who's gonna get it first? And then I'm like, hold my mask. I'm going in the hole.
That's the
I
new
would've
modern
kept the
thing.
mask on.
Hold
Just
my
in
mask.
You
case.
went you went from hipster to Ninja Turtle. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Everyone was like, did you see any rats or overly sized
Did you see
turtles?"
Splinter?
Someone else was like, did you see an alligator? So I
There's alligators in the sewers.
so I climbed into the storm drain and picked up her phone, got it out.
Did it smell?
No, that I think it was a storm drain, not like a real manhole. Otherwise, it would have smelled awful. I didn't smell anything.
It was a storm drain, yeah.
Yeah, but I like touched the inside of my mask by accident,
Oh,
and then I put it on my face, walked in the bathroom, was like, I think I just gave myself E. coli. I think I'm gonna
or
die.
an STD.
Or an STD.
You never
I'm not
know.
dead yet, but it's only been a week.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, if you're gonna be like a Ninja Turtle, you gotta act like one too.
Your face is gonna turn green.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. But yeah, okay, so that happens. We get back in the car, we're all laughing because we're like, wow, no way, dropped phone in the sewer, had to climb into it, that was amazing. Me and the
Yeah.
other roommate who wanted to climb into the drain became from that moment on the Danger Twins.
Okay.
Nice.
Or Donatello and Leonardo. You know, who cares?
So we keep driving. We're like in the middle of absolutely nowhere, Alabama. Like there's not a rest stop for like
Is there
probably
Tobacco
like
fields?
50 miles.
Tobacco fields? I forget. What is that?
It was
I don't know.
cotton fields.
Ooh.
Oh, still.
Forgot about that.
All my roommates were like, cotton fields. And I was like, dude, all of our clothing is made of cotton. Like, somebody has to grow cotton still.
That's true. Somebody's got to do it.
So my other roommate is like, I gotta pee. Like,
Again?
really bad.
What- okay, how many hours?
this
The
is a
plot
different-
is progressed by urination.
Yeah.
So, no, this
Oh
is,
my god, plot twist.
this is a different room. Oh, you would not imagine how much of this plot is
But
progressed
here's
by
my
peeing.
question, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask a lot of questions.
That's okay.
I'm a person that loves detail.
Which is
about-
why we gave a 40-minute episode to this
Yes.
story.
This
Okay.
story, because
What?
we're not even halfway.
The answer
so-
is cotton and soybeans.
Cotton and soybeans. Well, we did pass a lot of short plants, so that must have been the
What?
soybeans.
How long in between
This was hours.
time? Okay, so this was like 4 or 5 hours?
Yeah, this is like the first stop with the phone was probably around,
How many miles back?
oh, I don't even know. It was at least 3 hours between these two incidents.
Okay.
So it was not unreasonable, but
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, I can't stop anywhere. There's
Nobody
nowhere to
Pee
stop.
on the side
Drink.
of the road.
Okay, so it's
Bring
getting,
toilet paper.
It's getting dark.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm gonna pee. I'm gonna pull off. At this point, we're probably 2 hours away from our destination. So I'm like, I'm just gonna pull off on the side of the road. You pee in a bush, and we'll get back on the road.
Yeah, classics.
And so I pull off into this little wooded drive.
Yeah.
And my roommate is like, there's no way I can pee here. And I'm like, you have to.
You must.
The
You
whole
should have
time
just brought
she's-
back cavemen. You should have been like, cavemen were doing this shit long before toilets. Like,
Wait, was it a drive? Like a
Europeans?
driveway?
like a long
European.
driveway.
Just
yeah.
pee in the woods, European style.
Jesus.
I
So
get it.
One leg hiked up on the tree, arched
Wowzers.
back.
so she's what was I gonna say? She's like, I can't do it. She kept trying to convince me to let her pee into this water bottle, and I was like, absolutely not. You're gonna pee on my car.
No offense to women out there,
it's
but they have
because
like,
she's a woman. I'm like, you're gonna pee on my car. You're not
yeah,
doing
you
that.
don't have
You
any
gotta stick
aim.
it
You don't
in
have the
right
finesse.
hole.
Yeah, you ought to get
And
one
you
of those
make a mess.
like
Jesus.
urinals for women that like helps you pee.
Yeah, we don't have any shiwis on this trip, so that was
Projectile
not an
urine,
option.
like us men do.
Yeah, so I pull over into this wooded area.
Okay.
And as soon as I do, my headlights hit the trees and I see these dark shapes running through them. And so I freak out. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, Jesus God, deer!
Oh my
Because like I realized that it
deer.
was a herd of deer, but first all my roommates hear is me go, Jesus God! And they're like, oh God, we're being chased, someone's gonna kill us, there's like a man out there with a chainsaw. And it's deer, but I freaked everyone out and they're like, why did you yell? Like you scared us. I was like, because I was scared. And then I realized it was deer. So my roommate pees herself.
No! No! You literally scared the piss right out of her.
Yikes.
Foul
Good for
play.
you.
Oh.
She,
But also party foul in your car.
I know.
Yeah, a little bit.
She,
I hope she cleaned your car.
we did what we could. So she peed.
And this is just the beginning.
Febreze.
So she
Shit
still
ton of
has,
Febreze.
So she still has.
she still has pee inside her though.
Oh, no.
I'm not
She,
done.
she got the pee. She got the pee squirts. You
Yeah,
know?
she is like
the
it was
fear.
like a
The
little-
fear squirts.
Once she had her warning piss, then she had to go for the rest.
Yeah.
So it's like when you scare an animal and it like pees itself to scare you.
Yeah.
That's what it was a defense mechanism. Of course.
Crazy.
She's like, what
Did
are they
she
called?
hop out of the car real quick and finish?
Well,
Oh,
no, so
Scott?
she
Thank
gets
you.
out
Yeah,
of the car to pee. Because she's like, I'm not going out there. And we're like, it was just deer. You're fine. Get out of the car. And so finally she gets out. And then she immediately goes, ah! And then runs back in the car.
Oh my
and we're
God.
like, what? And she's like, there's a dog chasing me. And we're like, no, there isn't.
She's delusional.
There's literally nothing out there. But she
There's a
was
man out there.
convinced a dog was chasing her. She was totally delusional. We had not slept in, at this point, I don't know, like 30 hours.
So maybe there was
my
a dog.
God.
Maybe
No,
you're
there
the one that
was
was
not.
wrong.
There was- So we finally, she's like, just let me get back in the car. And we're like, no, you're going to pee yourself. And again, so no, we're not doing that. So we force her to stay out there till she pees. And we put her back in the car. And we keep driving.
We have to
Wowzers.
gingerly but forcefully put her back into the vehicle.
We had to coax her with a Scooby snack.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you peanut butter if you just pee. Wow.
Yeah, it's
So-
fine.
Oh man, you would not believe talking about pee this much makes me have to poop. Okay. So
How?
I don't
That
know.
is Alex logic.
That is Alex.
Okay,
logic for
so
you. So
yeah.
anyway,
Pee,
so
she
we get all the way there.
Yeah.
It's dark.
Oh wait, nothing happened in between that and that?
No, because we're only 2 hours away at this point. Like I said, we're just
Oh.
getting started. We're
My
like not even
It might need to be a 2-episode story.
there. So we get there
Yeah.
and it's dark. We set up our tent in the dark. It's
Okay.
fine.
Can you camp on like any beach area, or does it have
Yeah.
to
Oh
like
no,
Was
you
it a
have to
designated
you rent a
area?
spot. Yeah,
Okay.
you get
rent?
a lot.
Is this
Yeah,
like
isn't
an
that
Airbnb
wild?
beach edition?
Basically, yeah, it's really cheap though. I think we paid $114 for the week.
For
In
how
my
big
opinion-
of a square space did you get?
Well, we managed to fit 2 tents on it, but one of them was like a 12-person tent because we met up with other people there.
You can't own
Oh,
property,
camping.
man.
This is like buying like land in
Well, no,
anywhere. Like I
it's-
need an acre. That's $1 million.
It was
Camping.
sweet though.
Yeah,
Not
because
quite,
we-
but
Because we like got a lot, and then the lot has like a gravel, sandy lot for your tent, so that you can bury the hooks easily, and then you get a fire pit, and you have a picnic table, and you have water at your site. And then you have
oh, that's
yeah,
water
and then,
necessities.
and then you have access to this friggin' dope bathroom that has these really nice showers in it. So we were in the lap of luxury, but camping
For
in a tent.
camping.
Yeah, I was like, as far as camping.
You
Yeah,
know
as far as
what?
camping.
I still kind of consider that glamping, but
And
that's just
what
me.
do you mean? Oh, you're talking
Shower?
like I have
You
to go-
have showers.
So you're saying that I have to go shower in the water
Yeah.
That's
in
what the
order
water's
for it
there
to be
for.
Duh.
real camping.
There's
You
no-
need that nice fresh scent of like I don't know deja vu and
Deja
salt.
vu.
But there's no fresh water nearby.
Yeah,
That's
that, like I said, it needs to be a mixture of vanilla and salt.
Oh my god.
Get the
But-
real good musk all up in there.
Yeah, anyways, I would definitely go to this place again. It was super nice.
Yeah,
right
yeah.
near Destin, in
Wow.
Florida.
Yeah.
Is that-
Instead of beach strip.
yeah, honestly, though, it was awesome. Except I don't think you could get a bunch of people to do it because they would definitely be stressed by the end of the week. But we had a blast. It was super fun. The whole time we're there, I'm just kind of blowing caution to the wind. I was walking to the beach with some people, and there were some dudes who were with us. And as we're walking across this boardwalk, they're like, "You can't I was looking at the sand dunes, and I was like, wow, they're so pretty. I just want to run on them. And they were like, you can't run on the sand dunes. They're endangered. And I was like, what do you mean endangered? Sand can't be endangered. And so
Sand can't be in
About 4%
danger.
of them is.
well, okay, so I didn't think about that. So I walk up to the side of the boardwalk, and one of the dudes is like, man, I would love to just throw myself off this boardwalk. And I was like, yeah, that sounds awesome. I'm going to do it. So I jump off the boardwalk into the sand, and I walk around I didn't walk on the dunes. I just walked like along the boardwalk, but on the bottom. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to climb back up. So I climb back up. I walk like 3 feet and see a sign that says do not walk on the dunes, and I was like, oh my god, you guys were serious. Like, I really was not supposed to do that. I thought you were joking.
And now you're a felon.
And I might be,
And now you're a murderer.
people.
Wow. You walked on the sand. That's murder.
I'll see you in
I-
court, Buster.
So that happened, and then a different day we're going to the beach, and these dudes again that we're with are like, we're gonna go in the water. This is winter.
Oh my.
This is winter
God.
water, and they're like, we're gonna go in the ocean, even though it's supposed to storm
Fine,
tomorrow,
it's
and the
great.
waves are huge. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna do it with you. So we go to the beach, and they're like, are you guys ready to run into the water? I'm like, I'm psyched. I'm hyped. I've been jumping. I'm so ready. It's so windy. It's cold this day, but I'm like, I'm ready. Let's go. And so we take off running. And I really swear it was just me running. I don't know where everybody else went. So it's just me running for the water. And one of my roommates is like 10 feet behind me. And I hit the water. And I'm like, oh my god, this is so cold. This is not fun. And then I trip over a wave. And I just fall face first into the water. And I'm like,
Let me guess. You did your normal. That's funny. I fell. You do that.
I know. I was definitely like, well, I got out of the water after like choking down 3 gallons of salt, and then was like, that was stupid.
I'm gonna go take a hot shower.
And then I stood up, and I'm like, oh, you know, it definitely is cold, but it's not that bad once you're all the way under the water. All the dudes stopped ankle deep in the water and were like, oh my god, this is awful. This is so cold. And I was like, guys, you said you were gonna get in. Like, what are you doing?
Alex Bruiser.
And they were like,
bigger man.
They were like, oh no, we're not doing it. I
A
was like,
bunch of pussies.
so they left
Bunch of
me.
heckin' wieners.
So
Yeah.
it's just me, and I was like, well, screw it. I love the ocean. I'm gonna hang out in the ocean. So they're all sitting on the sand, just watching me jumping in the
You're having a
waves.
grand
Wait,
old
what's that
time.
one
You're
song
living
from?
your best
No,
life,
no,
goddammit.
Exactly.
Well, also, Alex and I went into the water
yeah.
in a California winter, and oh my lord, that water gets cold.
Well, yeah. So
Cold.
I
It is
realized
cold.
it was that experience. That's why I could do this.
Yeah,
in
that was
Florida.
frigid.
Because yeah, Nick and I went in this water that felt like I now know how you get hypothermia. Like it felt like ice water, and you could not get.
And we
warm.
hung out in there for like a good 45
Yeah,
minutes.
we were there for like. I was in there for a half hour. You and our
why you
older
gotta
brother
wear
were there for
skin
like an
suit.
hour, maybe.
Probably.
So we experienced real cold that day. And so
Yeah.
when I was in Florida, I was like, you guys are wimps. Like, y'all some sissy boys. This ain't nothing compared to that. And after a while, I was like, this is actually pretty comfortable. This is not that bad.
Yeah.
So I was out there, and then I saw a stingray, and was like, ooh, I'm
Oh,
going back
yep,
to
never
land.
mind.
So then I'm like, there's wicked undertow, and I'm like trying to run through the undertow back to land, and it's really friggin' hard, but like nothing happens. I get back, and then one of the dudes is like, wait, I need you to go back out there so I can take a photo of you.
Oh my god.
And I'm like,
You said
all right, I'm ready. And so I like run back out into the water, and I'm out there for a while, and one of the dudes finally joins me, and we're swimming, and then I see another stingray that was like partially submerged in the sand, and I almost stepped on it, and then I was like,
Yikes.
I'm going back.
I
Not
would've
trying to meet
touched
Steve Irwin.
I wouldn't touch it.
That's
Okay.
how you die.
Now I have multiple questions.
Yes.
Well, I really just have to get. So where did you meet these guys?
Where did I meet these guys?
Yeah.
Oh, these are friends of mine. These are guys. So it's me and my roommates, and then some dudes that we know from our church, and then we all like met up down in Florida.
Yeah, these are like
just
some
some
Florida beach
randos.
bums.
I was
no,
like,
yeah.
yo, not good job. Like making some friends.
No, these are people I already knew.
Well, that
Yeah.
just makes the story
We
kind of
just-
lame, but it's cool.
We just met them down there.
Shut up.
Right.
Well, I did make a friend later.
Okay, continue. I want
Uh,
to
He
get
was
to that
homeless.
point.
No.
He was homeless. No, it was a little girl actually. That's for real. No, she wasn't homeless. I met her dad.
That doesn't mean she's not homeless.
Well, no, she told me all about where she lives.
That doesn't mean she's not homeless.
I
I've met a lot of homeless people that, yeah, I have this like nice apartment. It's got like these super cool broken glass windows. Like,
Oh my god. No, she was
Like our mansion in Bexley?
adorable. Yeah, our mansion in Bexley.
X-ray.
Yeah, so basically it was just me running around the ocean by myself. That's what that story turned out to be. We walked around the beach some, and I saw stingrays jumping in the waves. Didn't know they did that. They do. It's really majestic looking. That was dope. We like on New Year's Eve, we I guess that time stamped this episode. Whoops. But we ran, and we were it was raining while we were there.
Mm-hmm.
Like bad, like thunderstorm raining. And
So what'd you guys do?
I was driving around with my roommates.
Did it storm where you guys were camping?
Yeah. Oh, it's yeah.
Was
it
everything drenched?
Everyone was drenched except my tent. Me and my one roommate who were sharing a tent, our tent was fine. I don't know how. But we're like, oh my lord.
Whoa.
We didn't know what to do because it was raining, and we're like, we don't really want to just sit in our tent.
Yeah.
So we pass up this beach, and we're like, wow, those waves look wicked in the dark.
Those waves look
We should
wicked
run
gnarly.
out there. And so we like run out there in the rain, and we're like on the beach having a time. It was freaking great. Rest of the trip is fine. The day we leave, we planned to leave later in the day because it was raining all day still.
Yeah.
Everybody else decided they were leaving in the morning, and so we're like, okay, I guess we'll leave too. And it's like drizzling at this point. And we're like, that's fine. We can camp or pack up. So we start to pack up the tent. As soon as we go to take it down, it's just torrential downpour.
Oh, no.
Just like needles in your skin. It was crazy. And we're like, okay, I guess we're doing this. I guess we're packing up the tent in a flood. And so we pack up the tent, and we're all freaking just
driving wet is the worst.
Yeah, so we're drenched to the core.
I would just got naked.
Well, I was driving, so I couldn't really do that.
We're all friends here.
I mean, you peed in my car.
That's true. You're already pretty
Could you
familiar.
imagine if you got pulled over?
Oh my god.
I'd have been like,
sup, officer?
sup?
Well, drive carefully.
Yeah. Oh god. So we like go to Starbucks, and we were all like weigh like 10 pounds more than we did when we first started this journey because of water weight. And we go into Starbucks, and we're like, we should give them fake names. Ha ha ha. So we all do that because we're, just trying to make light of the fact that we're all soaking
What
wet.
name did you choose?
Teresa.
Nice.
Okay.
Respectable.
Yeah.
And then I got anxious that she wasn't going to give me my drink because my credit card is obviously not registered to a Teresa. But it was fine.
I'm sure it happens a lot.
It probably does. So we're driving.
We're on the lam.
We
That's
get
right.
out of Florida. We're in Alabama again.
Bama.
And we switch out drivers. I'm not driving anymore. We stop at this Wendy's, and we get there, and I look out, and I'm like, there is no one at this Wendy's, and that's a little scary.
No, what? I marvel in those moments. I'm like, oh my god, yes, a restaurant all to myself.
You'll
If someone
see.
tries to murder me, at least I get nuggets.
Spicy or regular?
Spicy.
Nice.
I do like the spicy
The
nuggets.
spicy nugs are solid.
I don't even like spicy food, but I like spicy nuggets.
Yes.
They're so good.
Sweet and sour sauce with those things,
Ooh.
bro.
Absolutely.
Yes! Yes!
guys know.
That's why we're related.
That is why.
Not
the
our
only
parents.
Anyway,
Yeah, so we
you
get-
sketched out. You're afraid of getting murdered.
I'm kind of like, I don't like this Wendy's, but whatever. I get out of the car, we go inside, and my roommate who's driving is like shuffling around in her purse. I'm like, what's up? And she's like, I don't know where the keys are.
Oh.
And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know where the keys
Is
are?
this the same one that dropped your phone?
No.
Okay.
Again,
I was
there's
gonna
four
give her
of us.
so much
Each
shit.
roommate had an incident. So we go back to the car, and the keys are locked in the car.
Because of course.
And we're like, oh boy, what a delightful surprise. So
Delightful.
we're like, all right, well, we got to call someone's insurance and see if we can figure out what to do. So we end up calling a tow truck driver, and we're like, well, we got to wait in this Wendy's, I guess. We go back into the Wendy's, we order our food, and while we're waiting in line, I look behind my shoulder, and there's this gigantic cockroach. And I'm like, sweet.
Wait, inside the restaurant?
Yeah, but like where people sit, which
Oh,
means
hell
there's
yeah.
definitely roaches back in the kitchen.
Hell
So
yeah.
I just like, I shake my head at it to my roommate, and I'm like, do you see that? We were getting our food, but we were like, ugh, we're just gonna eat it. Ah! Oh God,
It's
no!
fine. You didn't notice, but I've almost ran into a couple.
Yeah.
Oh
It's fine.
my God.
Couple.
VT.
Oh, there's another one. I'm
my
not worried
God.
about it.
You're just bumping along.
Okay, so
So yeah, so I see a
Roach.
roach, and I'm like, this is great. Roach-infested Wendy's. And then we realized, so there are some other people in this Wendy's, but everybody in this Wendy's is like tweaking out. So we're like, sweet. We drove and locked our keys in the car at the one roach and meth addict infested Wendy's in this state. It's probably actually not true. It's Alabama. It's probably a lot of those. But
Oh my God.
Oh, I missed.
so we sit there for like 20 minutes, and then the tow truck guy shows up. He gets the keys out, and we're like, "You're the best man in the world. You're our hero." And he's smiling. He's so happy.
Oh,
Yeah,
BB's freaking out. I didn't notice that.
Oh my lord, yeah, because you almost killed him a couple times.
Oh, but this is bad because if my BB stops working. Continue your story. We all know what happens if my
Yeah,
BB stops working.
So we lock the keys in the car. We get the keys out. We're driving again. We're fine. Guess what? Somebody's got to pee.
Of course.
And
As
so, again, we're back on that like 50-mile stretch of nothing in Alabama, and so we stop at a church, and my roommate goes and pees in the back, which happens to be a graveyard.
Oh my
Nice.
God.
And so she's like, "I think we're gonna be cursed now because
Because you peed on a dead
because
person?
I peed on a church graveyard." And we're like,
Oh, no.
"Pat, that's funny."
That's probably not what you're supposed to do.
1 hour and a half later, we find out that may have been true. Definitely not, but I fall asleep. And an hour and a half later, into this drive, I wake up because the car is vibrating.
oh,
And
pop tire.
Oh.
I look at the driver and I say, "Hey, has the car been vibrating this much the whole time? I think this has been getting worse." And she's like, "Yeah, I don't think this has been happening the whole
Dang it, I
time."
missed again.
And I'm like, "Yo, something's wrong with one of our tires. We should pull over." And so we pull over to this gas station, and I'm trying to figure out what's wrong. And I'm like, "All right, it's not a ball joint. Okay, it's not the axle. I don't know what it is, but something's very wrong. The lug nuts aren't loose. I don't know." So I call my dad, and I'm like, "Hey, here's what I think it is. What do I do to check?" I check everything, and then I'm like kind of panicking because I'm like, I don't know what to do. It's dark now, and I'm in the middle of Coleman, Coleman, Alabama. And my dad goes, "Wait, look up Falkville, Alabama." And I'm like, "All right." So I Google it. I'm like, "That's 30 minutes from me." He's like, "You have a cousin who's a mechanic who lives there." I'm like,
Like, what are the odds?
and I was like, "There's no
a
way."
man that we've met like one time.
One
Yes.
time in my entire life have I met this man. My dad calls him. He's like, "Hey, my daughter's 30 minutes from you, and she's having car trouble. Will you go help her?"
And he's like, "What?"
Okay. He's just like, all right." So he drives all the way out there, and
30 minutes.
Yeah.
well, it took him like 20. So he shows up.
Now, if you told him it was like 2 hours away, I'd have been like, "We're not gonna get him to come all the way out here."
Nah, it
He
was like,
probably would have done it.
but it was the fact that it's 30 minutes from me. Like, there's no way. So he shows up.
Peeing on that grave was lucky.
I guess so. We had this trip could be described as the best bad luck you could ever have, because every time something bad happened, something good happened right after. So he gets in our car, he tests it, and he's like, "Ah, you have a bad tire. Like the belt in the tire broke, and it's like creating a bubble. Your tire could have exploded if you'd kept driving on it." We're like, "Oh, sweet. Let's what are we gonna do?" He's like, "I'll put the spare on, but you guys can't go home. You have to stay at a hotel because you're not gonna make it all the way home on the spare tire." And we're like, "All right." And like during this interaction, we had like 3 different people like come up and try to help us. We met like the nicest people in Alabama.
Aw, Southern people.
No.
They were
really
so
nice.
Did they have an
nice to us.
accent?
Oh yeah, they start. Okay, so my cousin would talk to me and be like, "Oh yeah, we kind of talk different down here, don't we?" And we're like, "Yeah, you do." And then he'd talk to the other people and he's like, "Oh yeah, I got a broken belt and tire." And I was like, "What did you say?"
What language you speaking there?
Excuse me, I am from the north. Yeah. So
A Yankee.
we go to the hotel. Oh, is he gonna talk to you about it?
I don't know. We'll see.
Well,
More than enough to cover us.
Not us. It's just you in there.
okay.
Bye, he's not even gonna talk about it. So we stay at a hotel, and we're just kind of like, well, it is what it is. We're just gonna have to wait till the morning. I'm gonna make some phone calls, try to find a new set of tires for my car.
Was it a roach-infested hotel?
No, the hotel was fine.
It's just the Wendy's.
But it was the fact. So I ended up calling my dad is like, I never should let you drive on those tires. And I was like, yeah, but how are we supposed to know? Like, they were fine the whole time. They just got messed
He's
up.
beating himself up.
I know.
Our dad would have been like,
Good luck.
that's your own damn
Yeah.
fault.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
Yeah.
If it was you, he would. If it was me, he would do.
No, he would do the exact same. Well, one, he wouldn't have let us drive on. He would
Yeah.
have convinced us not to drive
Yeah.
on those tires.
I was just
true,
like, I'm
yeah.
gonna go. But so I'm like, okay, I'll just wake up in the morning and call and try to find a set of tires. And so we go to bed, wake up, I start making some phone calls. Turns out, it's not just Ohio. No one sells these tires. You have to
What kind
order
of tires
them.
are they?
It's just a weird size, apparently, that they don't really like put on cars anymore. And so
Time
we're
to get
like,
a new car.
I know. I was like, this car is cursed. So we're like, I'm just like, I don't know what to do. Like, I can try
Right.
to drive as long as I can on the spare, I guess, but
Steal
I'm not
someone
sure.
else's tires. And
And like during this time, there's other little things that go wrong. Like my roommate accidentally washes her clothing with lipstick, and we're just like, of
Oh,
course, on
what a
this trip that would
loser.
happen. We meet a man who tells us that we shouldn't get the vaccine because it's gonna kill our brain cells and make us infertile, and we're like, okay, cool.
Thanks for worrying about our fertility, my dude.
Actually,
And,
no. I was gonna say that is meth, but that's not true.
Yeah, no, and then he was like, "Oh yes, and the U.S. of A. is God's last like stronghold," and we're like, "Okay."
What about Jerusalem?
Like, I think this guy's gonna try to kill us. So I like texted 3
Or
different people,
Israel.
and I was like, "This is my location. If I die, it was this man. This is what he looks like."
Did you actually?
Yes.
Wow.
He was sketching me out, bro. And we kept seeing him all the time we were at the hotel.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. And we were like,
Yikes.
"Do you live here?" So, anyway, so then so after I'm calling around some place, I call my dad and I'm telling him what's up. And he's like, "Okay, so I'm on my way to Alabama." And I'm like, "Excuse me, what?" And he's like, "Yeah, I started driving at about 5:30 this morning, and I'm gonna be in Alabama." And I'm trying to figure out, how does that help me? I don't know what you're gonna do. And he's like, "I'm gonna find some tires."
Right. He
I'm
was
like-
telling that story earlier, and he had checked a bunch of different places for the tires, and they're all like, "We have trailer tires," but they didn't have the right ones. And that's when you were on the phone, and he was like, "I just had a feeling I was gonna figure it out."
And so he's like, "Also, I have a friend that I'm bringing to see you." And I was like, "Oh my God, you did not pack our dog in the car and drive him to Alabama." And he was like, "Yup,
Wait, who's driving to meet you guys?
my dad."
Oh my god.
With my dog, who's a puppy and gets car sick.
Dad
And
would do
also,
that for
he
us.
didn't bring his food. And I was like,
You
"My
would
poor
bring the
dog."
How many hours is that?
It's 9 hours.
Oh,
Long
He
drive
drove
without
9
food.
hours.
Yeah. So my
What a
dad
guy, what
starts
a bop.
driving, and then he calls, and he's like, "You should rent the hotel for another night, so that you can stay there longer." And I'm like, "Sure, okay, sounds good." And he calls me back like an hour later, and he's like, "I found a guy who sells tires that will fit on your rims in Lebanon, Ohio."
Of course.
And I was like, "What the F?" And so my dad picks up tires in Lebanon and then drives them to us in Alabama. And we go to a tire discounters and they put the tires on the car. And we're like, "Amazing. What has happened to us?"
Yes.
And like during this trip, like my car started making weird noises and I was like, "Not today. This is not gonna happen. We're getting home."
Wait, at what point did it start making noises?
As soon
What
as I
state?
pulled out of the hotel parking lot.
Oh,
Oh,
God.
And I was like, "No!"
Well, your dad was with you, right?
Well, no, he
At
was
this
meeting
point?
us at the tire place. We still hadn't hooked up with him yet. So we get to the tire place. He shows up with the tires. My dog pukes on my shoe.
Yep.
He decides I'm gonna get my tires rotated while I'm here. Because, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
He
Such a
hey,
dad
since we're
thing.
here.
They get his car up on the thing and they're like, "Did you know your calipers are locking up? You won't be able to drive home." And we're like, "There is no way. What is happening to us?" So they get my car down and they're like, "You're good to go, but your car is screwed."
Your
So-
dad's car?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So my dad is like, "I guess I'm gonna go drive to your cousin's house since he's a mechanic and get him to help me."
Hey,
So-
hey, cuz, I need another fave.
Yeah. So we Oh, while we were at the tire discounter place, we met a little girl who is incredibly friendly, and
She was also homeless.
she became our best friend. She would not like go back to her dad. She just kept hanging out with us and like telling us about her 2 brothers named like Alvin or something, but she calls one of them Bubba.
How old was she?
Oh, that's so cute.
She was 7, I
Okay.
think. So she's very little. She
probably doesn't have anybody to hang out with.
no, she was so cute. And then her dad is just kind of there, and he's just kind of chilling. And he has like a Confederate flag on his hat, and you know I'm brown, so I'm like, ugh. But he was so nice.
We don't talk to them.
He was incredible. He was so nice to like his whole family was
Weird.
so nice.
He's
to us.
plotting to
I
murder
know.
you.
So literally, we met the nicest people in Alabama.
I was gonna say, when I was in Alabama, everyone I met was also really nice.
It was so weird. Anyways, so we leave, and my dad's like, I'm gonna go to your cousin's house. You go home. I'll be fine. We start getting on the road, and my car starts vibrating, and I turn to my co-pilot, and I'm like, we're just gonna see how bad this gets. I am not stopping.
Wow.
And so
My
You
dad
know,
will catch up later.
What if we crash and die? Could have gotten worse.
So it turns out I think the tires just needed aligned or something. We didn't have time for
I
an
gotcha.
alignment. So
Is that the whole story?
yeah, we got home at 2:00 in the morning, and
Well, there's a little bit when you're about an hour out, right?
Is this when
Oh,
is this
yeah.
when me and Pearl called you?
Oh,
You,
When
yeah,
you were
you
on our
called me
way.
you called me when I was at the tire discounters. So yeah, so we had some little things, some little hiccups on the way home. Like my roommate at one point is like, I'm nauseous, and I'm like, do you need me to pull over? And she's like, no, it's fine. I'm like, all right, let me know if it gets bad. 10 seconds later, she's like, you gotta pull over. So we pull over, and she throws up. So
Is this the same one who peed in your car?
no, she's the one who peed behind the church.
She's cursed.
So
That was her.
so we finally get home.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, you're alive," and we're like, "We have become new people. We are.
The only thing I can
It's
think
true.
of.
A trip like that changes you.
we were changed."
Here's my thing. Is like, what was the trip expenses like?
Well, I spent about $300 on hotel rooms.
Good thing we got that check in the mail.
I know Papa Trump paid for all expenses.
Whoa there.
I literally wrote down, I stayed at a hotel with Papa Trump's money. Thanks, I guess. I
Wait,
also
did you
stole
get
a
your
postcard.
stimulus check?
I did. So that stimulus
Yeah, I got
check
mine too.
paid for my hotel rooms and the tires.
We're always the last to get them.
Yeah, it's always the healthcare workers, I tell you. Anyway, damn.
That was the end. That's the end of
That's fucking
Electric
bananas,
Boogaloo
man.
Takedown Part
That's-
7. Me and my roommates, they had such good attitudes the whole time.
That's
Everyone
good.
kept
That's
it
good.
together. We danced. We drank energy drinks. We drank Monster, of course.
Which
We used
kind?
a lot of Febreze
Uh,
on our seats.
The zero sugar kind, right? The white, like the ones I get.
No,
I was
got
just
the blue
thinking when
one.
she said it to me earlier,
No,
I was
no,
like,
no,
I
no,
bet you didn't drink the white ones.
No,
Yeah,
I
no,
did.
yeah,
I
you
drank
did.
the
Victor
blue
gets.
one.
You did.
I'm sorry.
The fuck?
I'm sorry.
Those are the best ones.
My dad almost tried to convince me to take the dog home with us, and I was like, we cannot.
Nope.
Nope. And yeah, like I like at one point was like, I'm gonna buy you guys food just to say thank you for being such good sports about all this BS. But we got home and we were all fine.
Exhausted.
We were I'm still tired, if I'm being totally honest.
That's why you
And I
said
gotta
you're
go to
That
work
is an
tomorrow.
exhausting trip, man.
But that is what happened to us. That's my story, and that was my camping trip.
That
Wow.
was a very interesting story.
And it took the whole episode.
It really did.
And in that time, they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, they literally said
I
nothing.
delivered their packages and they did nothing.
They don't
What
want
a
to
bunch
get
of
back
bums.
together, I guess.
Well, I'd say that's a successful episode there.
Yeah, there you
I'd
go.
say so.
All right,
That
well,
was an episode all about Alex.
right. Well, I mean, but it was
The
good.
Alex episode.
Can we just
What
call
is
this
your
one
what is
Electric
your
Boogaloo?
nickname for going into the sewer?
The Danger
the
Twins.
Danger Twins.
The
Yeah.
Danger Twin. Okay.
This is dedicated to Ninja Twins.
Danger Twins.
Or Ninja Turtles.
Feel like you
whatever.
should sign off Danger Twin.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I should. I gave a lot of nicknames.
No, whatever. I'm Vic.
I'm Nick.
I'm Danger Twin 1.
Oh, God.
I'm Pearl.
And Gab.
If you didn't really recognize, that's actually Alex.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell.
I'm actually Danger Twin 2. I gave the position of Danger Twin 1 to my roommate.
Damn.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, anyway,
That's all.
That's
That's
it.
it.
All right, goodbye.
Bye.
See you guys later.